4 people were killed and 9 others were injured after an employee opened fire in a bank in Louisville, Kentucky, police say. The victims were between 40 and 64 years old, while one of those injured was a rookie police officer who graduated into the force 2 weeks ago. The officer was struck in the head and is still critical after brain surgery. Police responded within 3 minutes and shot the attacker, who also died, in an exchange of gunfire. The shooting took place at the Old National Bank in the city's downtown area at about 8:30 local time, 12:30 Greenwich Mean Time. Witness Caleb Goodlett told local media that his wife, an employee in the bank, locked herself inside the vault when the attack began. Other witnesses described seeing the shootout between police officers and the lone attacker. Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear said a close friend was killed in the attack. "This is awful. I have a very close friend that didn't make it today," Mr. Beshear said in an emotional news conference earlier. He added that another friend was injured, that I hope is going to make it through. The victims were identified by as Thomas Elliott, 63, James Tutt, 64, Josh Barrick, 40, Juliana Farmer, 45, Jim Ryan, CEO of the Old National Bank, saying that the safety of employees and customer was paramount, adding that bank officials are keeping everyone affected by this tragedy in our thoughts and prayers. The officer who was struck in the head was identified as Louisville Metro Police Officer Nicholas Wilt. City Councilman Anthony Piagentini told the Courier-Journal newspaper that the officer graduated from academy on the 31st of March, and that his brother is currently enrolled in the police academy. "These are irreplaceable, amazing individuals that a terrible act of violence tore from all of us," the governor said. "I think what we need most right now is love," he continued. "It seems like we argue so much in this country, so much anger," he continued, noting the Easter holiday. "But I still believe that love and compassion and humanity can lead us to a better place." The suspect was named as 23-year-old Connor Sturgeon, who police said used a rifle during the incident and was broadcasting the shooting online. The attacker is described in an online profile as being a syndications associate and portfolio banker at Old National Bank. The shooting took place just 2 weeks after a violent attack on a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee, 160 miles, 260 kilometers, south of Louisville, that killed 6 people. Data compiled by the Gun Violence Archive shows that there have been at least 146 mass shootings, defined as those in which at least 4 people were shot, so far in 2023, including at least 15 since April began. Also on Monday morning, Louisville police responded to a second shooting outside the Jefferson Community and Technical College, less than 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers, away from the incident at Old National Bank. At least 1 person was killed and 1 wounded, according to police. The 2 shootings are unrelated, LMPD Major Russell Miller said. "Once again, our nation mourns after a senseless act of gun violence. Jill and I pray for the lives lost and impacted by today's shooting," President Joe Biden spoke for himself and his wife in a tweet on Monday. "Too many Americans are paying for the price of inaction with their lives," he continued. "When will Republicans in Congress act to protect our communities? Democrats and Mr. Biden have long pushed for Congress to push stricter gun safety legislation. These efforts face staunch opposition from most Republican lawmakers, who often represent constituents and communities that support expanded gun rights. Kentucky is one of 26 states that allow most adults over 21 years old to purchase and carry a firearm without a license.